Hello, dear Sangha, and welcome to this meditation. This meditation is on the fourth foundation of mindfulness, which is called mindfulness of Dhammas or Dharmas, depending upon what canon you use. This meditation will focus on observing the mind through the key lens of two Buddhist principles, which are the five hindrances and the seven factors of enlightenment. The five hindrances simply are mental states in Buddhism that act as obstacles to concentration, wisdom, and spiritual progress, particularly during meditation. The seven factors of enlightenment would be just the complete opposite of this. They are mental states in Buddhism that act as beneficiaries to concentration and beneficiaries to wisdom and spiritual practice. Again, particularly during meditation. Let's begin by getting into a comfortable position for meditation. You want to be in a comfortable seated position. So that may be in a chair. Most Westerners just meditate in chairs, or you may have a cushion that you meditate sitting on the floor. Whatever position, upright position you choose to meditate in, just make sure, again, that your back is straight but not tense. This straight spine allows us not to become sluggish or sleepy during the meditation. If you're sitting in a chair, your feet find a stable, solid position on the floor. Your hands somewhere comfortably in your lap or your hands seated on top of your thighs. And then just close your eyes or soften your gaze. We begin by taking 3 deep breaths. With each exhale, just imagine that you're releasing some of the tension and stress from your body and your mind that you have maybe accumulated during the day. Once you've completed your 3 deep breaths, just return to the natural rhythm of your breathing. Again, on the out breath, just releasing some more tension from your body and stress from your mind. Settle your attention on this natural rising and falling of your breath. Now we're going to begin observing the 5 hindrances. And as you sit, what you're going to do is just notice the quality of your mind and just notice if there's something present in your mental state that is acting as an obstacle to your concentration, your wisdom, or your spiritual progress, especially during this meditation. And just look inward to your mind. Just take a moment to observe any thoughts or feelings that are appearing in your mind. Now ask yourself, you notice whether your mind is reaching for a pleasant sound, pleasant thought, or a pleasant sensation. We're not judging what is appearing, we simply want to label it, maybe as desire or uncontrolled desire appearing in my mind. Just observe it for a moment and notice how it arises, how it stays, and then how it eventually passes away. Now notice again without judgment whether there is irritation appearing in your mind, or maybe it's anger, or maybe it's just resistance to this moment or doing this meditation. Again, once we've noticed it, we just want to label it, just irritation appearing or resistance appearing. And then observe how it arises, how it stays for only a moment when we don't grasp at it, and then how it eventually passes away. Now notice, does your mind feel heavy or foggy or sleepy? Again, just notice without judgment, and then just label it as sleepy or sluggish, whatever you notice is appearing for you. And then observe how this sleepiness arises, how it stays for only a moment when we don't create stories about it, and how it eventually passes away. Now notice whether your mind is jumping between thoughts or feeling anxious. Again, without judgment, just label there is anxiousness, or there is a restlessness or worry appearing in my mind. Just observe how it arises, how it stays for only a moment if we don't grasp at it or create stories about it, and then how it eventually passes away. And then finally, the last of the 5 hindrances. Just notice if you're questioning this practice or your ability to do it. Without judgment, just simply label that doubt is appearing. Observe how it arises, how it stays for only a fleeting moment if we don't grasp at it or create stories about it. And then eventually, as it passes away. Now we're going to observe the 7 mental factors of enlightenment. We're going to focus on wholesome mental qualities that do not create obstacles to our concentration or to our wisdom or to our spiritual practice during meditation. So the first one is mindfulness. Do you notice? Are you aware of what's happening right now? If the factor mindfulness is present in your mind, just acknowledge it. There is mindfulness appearing in my mind. If it's absent, simply notice its absence without judgment. The next factor of enlightenment is investigation. Just notice if you're curious about the nature of your experience. If investigation is present, just acknowledge that you're curious about the nature of your experience, that investigation is appearing. Again, if it's absent, simply notice its absence without any judgment. The next of the 7 factors is energy. Do you feel a sense of mental effort or vitality? If the factor energy is present, just acknowledge it. Just acknowledge that you feel a sense of energy. There is energy. Again, if it's absent, simply notice its absence without judgment. And the next of the 7 factors is joy. Just notice, is there a subtle sense of ease or appreciation in this practice? If joy is present, just acknowledge it. There is appreciation. There is a sense of ease. If it is absent, simply again notice it. Notice its absence without judgment. The next of the 7 factors of enlightenment is tranquility. Just notice, does your body and mind feel calm and settled? And if that factor is present, just acknowledge it. Just say to yourself, there's calm. I sense calm. If it's absent, again, simply notice its absence without judgment. The next of the 7 factors of enlightenment is concentration. Just notice, is your mind feeling steady and focused? If it is, just acknowledge it. My mind feels steady and focused. If your mind doesn't feel steady and focused, then simply notice its absence without judgment. And the final factor of enlightenment is equanimity. Just ask yourself, can I allow everything to be just as it is without reacting. If equanimity is present, just acknowledge it. Oh, there is equanimity. There is mental balance. I can let things be as they are without reacting. If equanimity is absent, simply notice its absence without judgment. And it's really important that we just observe and we don't judge. Now broaden your awareness to all mental phenomena, all those thoughts and feelings that appear randomly in your mind. Notice how thoughts, labels, and categories are like clouds passing through the clear blue sky of your awareness. Recognize that all that arises passes. There is no permanent self in these changing categories. They are simply natural processes. Now return your attention to the feeling of your body sitting in your chair or on your cushion. Take one final deep breath, feeling the air fill your lungs. Now gently open your eyes and bring this objective awareness into the rest of your day. Thank you so much for joining for this meditation on the fourth foundation of mindfulness, the mindfulness of Dhammas or Dharmas. And I wish you a very happy and peaceful day.